Hi, and welcome to Schmal Sensei Study Hall. My doors are now open. Please take any seat you want. Get out your study materials. Or maybe you're relaxing right now. Anyway, welcome. I'm ready to study and grind and read. I'm very ready to do that today. So, good afternoon from my side of the world. And today's stream, I am going to be highlighting Nori the Playful. Now, Nori the Playful makes videos about Blue Archive. And I recently took notice of them a week ago. So I would like to show off what they do. I first came across Nori the Playful's work on X. I believe another sensei that I follow was following them. So they obviously have good taste. And they have a good amount of their videos on their X account. Also, they have a YouTube. So I'll be showing off and highlighting Nori's work from their YouTube channel. Hi, Gruzello. Gruzelio. Hi, welcome. I hope your day's going good. The weather over on this side of the world is like so good. It's very sunny. And just enough coldness where a sweater is comfortable. It's so nice to be able to have weather where you can wear a sweater. So, there are some videos from Nori that I'm not going to be showing. I would really suggest yourself to go check it out. In fact, before I get into their work, I have an image to show off. Super cold and snowy remote work. Oh goodness. Oh, well, it's snowy. Yeah, it's definitely winter, Hungry Zelio. But hey, at least since you have remote work, it's a bit more chill, right? can watch streams and such. Okay, I don't have the picture I had in mind, so I'm just going to show it off from their YouTube. Okay. I bet my region is going to get snow in another month. I see snow on the mountains from far away. They aren't completely covered. They just kind of have spots of snow. As if the mountains were reverse Dalmatians. go to my main screen. My model's fine. It's fine like that. When this kind of problem happens, I think I should look at the sources and the way everything is layered. Okay, I think that should be better for the audio. After making a scene, there's always these things here that need to be activated. Okay, so now things should be significantly better. Just please let me know if things sound bad. Okay, and while I'm showcasing Nori's work, I'm not going to be reacting during it because I want you all to see Nori's work for what it is and hear everything. Yeah. So I'll probably comment after But for what it is, I think things should be shown how they are intended to. And right before I do that, there's some member stuff here that's really good, obviously. Look, there's like 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. That's nice. To be honest, I want to subscribe to Nori to watch those videos. Now, before I get their work up, I'm going to make sure the audio is working for this. In fact, I'm going to help myself and cross-reference. I would say that today is going to be a decent stream in length. Yeah, I don't think I'm able to do my other typical stuff in town, so there's nothing of urgency that I need to do until about 4 hours from now. Alright. I'm gonna do a test run to see if I can hear the audio. This is one of the videos I watched like 10 times. We're gonna start with this one. Okay. I'm gonna wait for everything to catch up. I think my beverage is still way too hot to drink. I burnt my tongue while trying to have it earlier. Okay, I want to try having that though. Okay, not so bad. That was very refreshing. Okay. Great, I'm gonna move my model down. Make sure I'm not in front of their work. Okay, I need to expand it. There we go. I'm gonna become smaller. Alright, I think that's pretty good. That looks quite good. Quite good. Alright, going to check. Okay, I checked just now with the audio. And it didn't work, but it's okay. I can try again. So while I fix this, I should probably think of something to talk about. Until I figure out how I can work on scenes while having a different window up, or even if that's possible, I think I should talk while working through this. Let's see. Something that has been very amusing lately is the VTubing scene on X. Now, at this point, I consider the VTubing sphere to be very different on each platform. I don't consider it together because it's just so vastly different. For example, on X, a person can say they are a VTuber when in reality they are a VTweeter. Now, being a VTweeter is not something a person normally wants to be. It's not something you want to be called. I think years ago there was a VTweeter I liked, and I don't know where they went. They were kind of bullied off of Twitter, and that was when it was called Twitter. And they were pretty much bullied off of the platform. Their name was something Bambina. They had a deer aesthetic. And honestly, I think that person just wanted to have fun online. Yeah, but unfortunately, streaming and being a VTuber, having an account on X is very different. Yeah, once I put on my profile that I'm streaming, I think it took about 2 weeks to get myself into a sort of streaming schedule. I just don't think I can live with myself to call myself a VTuber and just only exist on X. And to be honest, I have a very small amount of followers on my X account. It's so small. I kind of like it in a way. Yeah, so my Schmal numbers over there, I'm generally happy with how my stream numbers are coming out to be. I'm not usually alone. And even if I am alone on some days, I think I should just learn to deal with that. After all, there's a personal goal within streaming that I would basically like to have no dead air. None. And I want to have that because when I tune into a stream and I don't hear anything for a while, it's hard to stay on that. So yeah, that's just kind of the way it is. There haven't been many VTubers I've been watching lately. Most of the time lately, I do kind of just interact with their stuff on X. You know, I know they're streaming and everything, I do, but sometimes it's nice to indeed interact with somebody on X. Hmm. Okay, media source. Hmm. So yeah, I've been looking at this problem for a good while. So I'm gonna look up the answer on Google. Yeah, Google is really helpful. Um, the other day, one of the e-girls that I enjoy watching, she mentioned how some people have commented how she knows so many things. She knows how to do so many different activities. And she just looks up stuff. You know, you just click, 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 and read. Yep, and I would say that's very legitimate. You just have to go search for it now if you want to learn something. How to hear audio on OBS. Wow, on YouTube. I'm gonna be extra specific. Maybe that will help. To hear YouTube audio in OBS, open the Advanced Audio properties. By clicking the gear icon in the audio mixer, then set your browser source to monitor and output. Okay. Alright. So it's telling me that there is an audio mixer, desktop audio. Alright, I'm gonna hit properties. Okay, desktop audio, advanced audio properties. There you go. I'm gonna make sure everything is on monitor and output. Is that okay, I wonder? Okay. Desktop audio. I should make sure there's a filter on this then. Okay. I'm going to cross-check myself. Okay. Yeah, so I was purposely quiet there for a minute. What I did was I just played the video for a bit. Then I'm going to see if I can hear it on my phone. If I can't get this to work, I'm probably just going to move on to play Blue Archive a little bit. Just so that I'm doing a bit of something. And then I will try to get YouTube and everything to work. Yeah, so this month is already coming to an end. And we are in the time period that for astrology is the Aquarius time. My start screen has a song called Aquarius and it's from Castlevania. I really like it. I'd say most music from Castlevania is really amazing. Even if you're not a fan of playing those games, the music is really good to enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna go quiet for just another moment. I love how every stream you're fighting with the audio track. Oh, I know, Adolfun Sensei. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's going to get better. I just know it. This is my 15th stream. That's kind of a lot. Though, for what it's worth, when the sound is working properly, I do like how it sounds. Yeah, I believe right here is fine for me to still talk. I'm waiting to see on my phone's end for when it plays the audio. Okay, I double checked. It's not working. It's not. No. Okay, here. For a palette cleanser, I'm gonna get to plain blue archive right now. Okay. All right. On to the game. The game. So right now I have Kotama up. Yep, I'm gonna leave her there for now. There. Okay. I'm gonna get the freebies going. Yeah, so after playing this a bit, I'll try again with the audio. For Nori's work. And if by chance it still doesn't work, I'll just save this highlight for another time. I still have the Book of Enoch up, so I'll likely read a chapter from that. Ooh, yay, rewards from Total Assault. Ah, there's such good rewards here. Ah, it's like I'm being rewarded for the for the effort that didn't go anywhere. I'm gonna let that sink in for myself for a little bit. I'm gonna fix my model too. Boop. By the way, why did you choose to stream on YouTube instead of Twitch? Good question. I chose to stream on YouTube because I don't like Twitch's business practices. Like, between YouTube and what Twitch is, I would rather try growing on YouTube first. It is in my plan to eventually try Twitch, whether it's dedicatedly streaming on there or cross streaming. But yeah, some of the business practices from Twitch I don't like is the percentage in pay for subs. I think it's not a fair amount at all. And hosting myself on Twitch would just basically tell them that I'm okay with those percentages. You know, now I know plenty of people are fine with that kind of stuff. And right now on YouTube, I don't even have the option to have subscribers. Still, I notice that there's a flexibility in setting my own amount that I think a sub should be worth. I do have to look at if it's a 50-50 percentage or such. I think it might be as well like Twitch. However, there's even stuff like super chats that just go all the way to the streamer, you know, and Twitch has a thing with bits, and if I were to stream on Twitch, I would probably prefer to use the bit system. Also, with the recent TwitchCon, I didn't like how they handled the protection of some of their streamers. And now I know everything can't go perfect. However, with a company that makes a huge amount of money, I personally expect better. So I don't want to do anything with Twitch until I'm comfortable with streaming and I'm satisfied with building myself on YouTube. Being on YouTube has also gotten me into the mindset of making my own shorts, making my own videos. And I really like that, because with YouTube there is the option to do more than just streaming. And once I do try Twitch, just because that would be decent to try in the future, my audio would probably be perfect by then. So I think having that polished look would really help for that kind of platform once I want to go on there. I think I helped all of my students in the way that I wanted to. Something I've seen some VTubers say is how even though they don't like what Twitch is doing, how they conduct themselves, they still stream on Twitch because they mention having either, 30 CCV on Twitch or 2 on YouTube. And yeah, I can kind of get that. But it's like, is your soul really in the right place? If you allow yourself to be in the presence of something you don't necessarily like, but trying to benefit from that. I would personally rather have 2 viewers, firstly. Also, I can talk more closely with anybody who shows up. What's your long-term plan for streaming? Like, would you give up if you don't blow up after, say, 1,000 days or something? The term blow up, I don't think I would apply to my journey with streaming. In my mind's eye, I see streaming as a gradual climb. Yeah, I see it as a gradual climb because I know that I'm going to have tech issues. I know I'm going to have model issues and all that. So it's silly to think that I would gain an audience when I'm in the stage of starting out. Now, I do look at my growth a bit, and I see a climbing. I see something that I like as I stream each day. So before I ever feel down about myself, about how things are going, I would think it would take at least 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. If I'm here in 5 years and maybe I only have like 2 people, actually I think that's still good. But if I'm here in 5 years and you know, don't have like anything, I don't know. I would think of different stuff, to be honest. Yeah, but for now, I find streaming to be very fun. I like playing Blue Archive on stream and talking about my cute students. Also, being into Blue Archive, there has been a sort of easy community to get along with. All the sensei I know are pretty chill. And I know some sensei show up to stream. Okay, I'm gonna buy some ᵜᵉᵈ maybe. Can I buy some? No, I want to use my pyroxene. Okay. Can I buy any ᵜᵉᵈ this way? I can't wait to get Shun to 5 stars. Like, that's going to be so awesome. Oh, and something that would keep me going and streaming for a good while is having my own personal goals met. For example, I still stream and I have VTube Studio Chan over here flying near me. She's here. She's with me. And until I have $15, she's gonna be here until I buy the full version. So yeah, I personally have a lot to look forward to while on this journey. Okay, something else that I should do. I'm gonna do a few challenges. Oh look! We are similar, Gabriel Sensei. Tactical challenge always makes me feel better. Getting to tactical challenge. I'm gonna take a sip of my black tea. Yeah, warm drinks are so good this time of year. Even though I like tea, I don't drink it in the summer or anything. Cold drinks are best during then. ᵜᵃ sensei. Oh. I like that name, that sounds kind of cool. I'm gonna put Shun in the front. Oh, and something else aside along on the streaming journey is, aside from doing the things that I want to do and show off, there's collabing. Now, I'm personally in no rush to collab with anybody. However, once I feel comfortable enough to talk with others that do VTubing, that might be fun to do. I think it would be fun to have a collab with some other girls and we all voice Blue Archive characters and go through a story or something. I think that would be very fun. I personally still can't bring myself to use any other voice than what is my natural tone. Some streamers can really voice act. Though I'm still at the point of speaking where when I try to voice act, it definitely sounds stiff. I generally have a self-restraint feeling that I think holds me back from, you know, letting something all out. Generally. Yeah. Oh, what's the... Uh-oh. I forgot who they had first. I'm gonna put Hoshino there. Sometime later, I want to commission an art with my Schmal sensei and a student. I'm thinking I would like an art piece with Shun, where she and my sensei are cutting fruit. Cutting fruit for the Plum Blossom students. Yeah, and I would like for them to be wearing an apron. Yeah, both of them wear an apron and little headscarves while cutting the fruit. And I'd offer Shun a mango. I'd bring mangoes. Don't you think about playing something else besides Blue Archive? Maybe some visual novels or something chill? Oh yeah, you know, now that you bring it up, I would like to read some visual novels or other such things. After all, Steam seems to be very easy to play games with. So all I generally have to do is just get the game on Steam. Is there a visual novel I'm interested in? Yeah, I would say the visual novel I'm interested in is probably the Fate series. I'd want to read that. Do you have any visual novels recommendations, Adol Sensei Bun? Adol Bun Sensei. There's a lot. That's a whole nother genre of gaming is visual novels. I'd say Blue Archive has their own visual novel aspect. And now that I'm on the topic of it, I haven't gotten through it all. In fact, the percentage of the things that I did is very small. Because for some reason I just like tactical challenge. Yeah, see, I haven't done any of these. Whoa, so much. Sorry, not safe for work only. Oh, that's so funny. The Rant series looks very interesting, not gonna lie. I think that's coming to Steam, or it's already on Steam. Yeah, that Rant guy looks like a an assertive fellow. Padding Kotama. Okay, I have all this XP. What should I do with that XP? What should I do with that? Okay, so final restriction. I think I'll probably help the students I have in final restriction. Yeah, I could do with some leveling up. Okay, so Kotama, I need a help, and Misaki. To both Kotamas. Okay. It was fun talking about Kotama last stream. You know, I didn't read her ID card though. I think I'd like to read that right now. Okay, so she's born January 5th. A hacker of Veritas, Millennium Science School's infamous hacking group. Wiretapping is her specialty, and she takes great pleasure in eavesdropping on other people's private conversations. A socially awkward young lady who addresses even younger students with formal deference. In real life, she's mousy and shy, but on the internet, she's a surprisingly glib wordsmith. Her artist was Mona. I like how they give credits to the artist on the student intro cards. Okay, I'm gonna help Camp Kotama first because she has a thing where she makes confusion. First of all, I'll level her up. Check out her skills. Wow, that's a big jump. Okay. I'm gonna try to help with this. 5. I should try the lessons first. How much of a gamer are you? A gamer girl or more of a casual? I would say casual. Yeah. I mean, currently the only game I play is Blue Archive. I've sat in on a lot of play sessions for other games, so I have a decent amount of knowledge. Yeah, but I would say I'm more casual. Well, I did not get anything from that lesson. What? Okay, I'm gonna try again. Just to expand a little bit on things that I have played, you know, growing up and everything, I had a Game Boy Color. So I played a lot of games on that. And then a GameCube. And then I got into PlayStation games at around middle school. I really want to help and get these tactical training Blu-rays. I'd say aside from Blue Archive, one of the games I've played the longest is Monster Hunter. That's a really fun game. It's especially fun when you're playing with others, hunting with others. I have some really good memories with Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Such good memories. Nowadays, people who are wanting to play those older games, the handheld consoles are really expensive now. For example, a 3D Nintendo or a 3DS for short, those are really expensive right now. But I think it's worth it to get some older consoles or handhelds if you really want to play a game. My sister got a 3DS recently just so that she can play one of the Animal Crossing games. Yeah, Animal Crossing is very fun. I'd say most women like Animal Crossing. Oh, I don't think I can help too much over here, so I'm gonna focus over here. Wow, I can do a lot of leveling up here. Selectable item. Not too long ago, I came across a blind walkthrough series. People liked it. Maybe you could try something like that in the future. Oh, a blind walkthrough series? Like the person just played the game without knowing anything? Yeah, that would be fun. Maybe I should make like a post or something and I can get some recommendations. Though, if there is any recommendations now, feel free to post that in chat. Earlier when I was setting everything up, I realized that I forgot my pen or my notebook. But being in a library, I was able to find a pencil really easily. So that's where I take my streaming notes. So I'd write the recommendations in my little notebook, if anybody has any. I think I was supposed to get some more intact ᵜᵉᵈᵗ discs for Makoto. Makoto. Oh yeah, I was working on stuff with her. Yay, I can get it. Ah, she's gonna be so strong. Nice. So by helping Camp Kotama, I'm going to try some challenges that will give me some material so that I can help ᵜᵉᵈ a little bit more. Woo, this is awesome, just mowing through all these upgrades. Wow, nice, 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 nice. So, I definitely feel that Blue Archive is generous with what they give players. I think that's another reason why I like this game. Again, I haven't played any other gacha games, so maybe I'm biased. Another gacha game I'd like to try is probably Nikkei. Okay, I think she's strong enough. I'm gonna go out into the field. From what I've seen, Minecraft blind walkthrough blow up the most, but I think you should build up at least a small audience first. Yeah, that's a good tip, ᵜᵉᵈᵗ sensei. Thank you. Yeah, Minecraft blind walk-ins. I played Minecraft just a little bit, but it was on creative mode. So I think that's a different gaming experience. I need to use my XP. XP. What can I use that for? Okay. Yeah, this is what I helped Kotama for, is the final restriction. What does RLS stand for? Okay. Enter. Select. Okay. So these definitely take a little longer. But that's okay. The rewards are worth it. While this runs in the game, I'd like to thank everybody who is joining me today, or who might be watching this VOD later. Thank you so much for joining my study hall. I think earlier I was talking about some Twitter troubles. Yeah, I hope someday that once I gain a big enough audience, they can track stuff. Then again, I'm not really the type to type on main when I'm suffering from that. I personally feel that others just don't really care. Unless you're a woman. Though, I'm just happy to be living in an age where there is pain medication and lots of snacks to eat. So thankful. Alright, my students are still doing pretty good. No, I think I need to put... No, okay, that student got healed. Good. Right now, I'm actually just typing on my phone. I'm multitasking for the moment. Are any of you multitasking right now? Multitaskers. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, on the way to the library today, I really enjoyed my walk. It takes about 20 minutes to walk over here, and that's something that I've been enjoying, is just the process of walking. Oh, defeat. It's okay, I still have my walker's high, so I'm feeling fine. You know, there is such thing as runner's high, so I believe that walker's high kind of exists as well. Darn, that was a defeat. I'm a little disappointed there. Oh, they're so disappointed there. Well, at least now I thought about what to use my XP on. So I'm gonna do that. Ooh, increases ally attack. I like that. Okay. I do need to help the other Kotama after all. Though these tech notes are harder to get. Multitasking in the study hall. Yeah, I'm just laughing because okay, let's check chat. Kotama, anything else for you? Attack, healing. You know, I think I'm going to do a Momo talk right now. Ooh, Hoshino, she wants to talk. Why do I have to wake up in the morning? My eyelids are so heavy. Help me, sensei. You got this, Hoshino. Come on. I wish I didn't have eyelids like a fish. Oh my gosh, Hoshino, you're a weirdo. A lazy morning. I returned to check on Hoshino, but no one was there. I could hear someone in the next classroom. Hoshino is lying on a makeshift bed made from a few desks she pushed together. Wake up. Wake her up. Whoa, you scared me. Sensei, what are you doing here? I sent you a text so you came to help me? I must have sent it in my sleep or something. My bad. I managed to wake up and go to class, but I don't remember much after that. I guess I fell asleep here. This is so crazy. You came because you were worried about me? I never thought I'd see the day. I'm moved. Now that you're here, why don't you join me on a treasure hunt, sensei? Come on, it'll be fun. Let's go head for the weeds in the schoolyard. I spent 3 hours searching through the weeds in the schoolyard, but to no avail. A dust-covered Hoshino then bid me farewell as I went back to Chalet. What were they searching for? That's also a lot of work for Hoshino. She was awake for 3 whole hours, rummaging through weeds. I wonder what she was looking for. I can't talk with her anymore. Okay. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to take a little break. Yeah, I'd like to take a little break. So, please replenish yourself and take care of yourself as well. And I'll be back very soon. Hi. Welcome back from break. Yep, it's always good to take some breaks. You know, yeah, it's just really good to take breaks. I'm glad that today's stream can go on a little bit longer, in fact. Okay. I am going to try to fix the audio again. Now that I have some energy. Okay. Great. Yeah, for my little break, I went outside of the library and stood in the sun for a minute. It was really nice. I personally like sunbathing. Supposedly, 10 minutes of sunbathing a day is really good for humans. Yeah, and that's not so bad, to be honest, because just sitting down is just so passive. And personally, I feel that after a bit of sunbathing, there's some clarity afterward. Maybe it has to do something with the vitamin C. Something looks like it's registering audio. How does the audio sound? Okay. Oh, you're hearing me twice. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. Okay, so hopefully that helps with the double sound. Yeah, hopefully that helps with the double sound at least. Okay. Audio is good there. Let's see. Okay, that was some great input. Really good input. Well, I still clearly have a lot to learn. Learning. I will probably try a bit more on my own to make sure I can highlight Nori the Playful properly. So I'm gonna save that for another stream. With that in mind, I am going to head on to the Book of Enoch. Okay. Going to make sure everything is aligned well. Yeah, while I'm getting this ready, something that made me think a little bit more was how these angels wanted wives. I wonder if they couldn't have a wife in heaven. Like, are angels only male or only female? Or does it matter, I wonder? Okay. I prepared some images that I have, and I'm gonna make them smaller. Swoop. Oh, I thought this was a clear background. Oh well. Yeah, I have some religious art of myself, of my vtuber. So there we go. Nun Schmal will be in the corner as we read this. And I have another image. Though, I don't know where to put that other one. You know, I'm gonna find a spot. I'm going to find a spot. Okay, downloads. Pictures. Oh, okay. Gallery, OneDrive. Okay, this one shall do for now. Okay. Alrighty, going to start on Chapter 5. Book of the Words of the Righteousness. The Book of the Words of Righteousness and of the Reprimand of the Eternal Watchers, in accordance with the command of the Holy Great One, in that vision I saw in my sleep. What I will now say with the tongue of flesh and with the breath of my mouth, which the Great One has given men to converse therewith and understand with the heart. As he has created and given to man the power of understanding the word of wisdom, so hath he created me also, and given me the power of reprimanding the watchers, the children of heaven. I wrote out your petition, and in my vision it appeared thus, that your petition will not be granted unto you throughout all the days of eternity, and that judgment has been finally passed upon you. Your petition will not be granted unto you, and from henceforth you shall not ascend into heaven until all eternity, and in bonds of the earth, and the decree has gone forth to bind you for all the days of the world. And previously ye shall have seen the destruction of your beloved sons, and ye shall have no pleasure in them, but they shall fall before you by the sword. And your petition on their behalf shall not be granted, nor yet on your own, even though you weep and pray and speak all the words contained in the writing which I have written. And the vision was shown to me thus. Behold, in the vision clouds invited me, and the mist summoned me, and the course of the stars and the lighting sped and hastened me, and the winds in the vision caused me to fly and lifted me upward, and bore me into heaven. And I went in till I drew nigh to a wall which is built of crystals, and surrounded by tongues of fire, and it began to affright me. And I went into the tongues of fire, and drew nigh to a large house, which was built of crystals, and the walls of the house which were like a tessellated floor made of crystals, and its groundwork was of crystal. Its ceiling was like the path of the stars and the lights and the lightnings, and between them were fiery cherubim, and their heaven was water. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its portals blazed with fire. And I entered into that house, and was hot as fire and cold as ice. There were no delights of life therein. Fear covered me, and trembling got hold upon me. And as I was quaked and trembled, I fell upon my face, and beheld a vision, and lo, there was a second house, greater than the former, and the entire portal stood open before me, and it was built of flames of fire. And in every respect it so excelled in splendor and magnificence and extent that I cannot describe to you its splendor and its extent. And its floor was afire, and above it were lightings and the path of the stars, and its ceiling was flaming fire. And I looked and saw therein a lofty throne. Its appearance was as crystal, and the wheels thereof as the shining sun, and there was the vision of cherubim. And from underneath the throne came streams of flaming fire, so that I could not look thereon. And the great glory sat thereon, and his raiment shone more brightly than the sun, and was whiter than any snow. None of the angels could enter and could behold his face by reason of the magnificence and glory, and no flesh could behold him. The flaming fire was round about him, and a great fire stood before him, and no one around could draw nigh him. 10,000 times 10,000 were before him, yet he needed no counselor. And the most holy ones who were nigh to him did not leave by night, nor depart from him. And until then I had been prostrate on my face, trembling, and the Lord called me with his own mouth and said to me, Come hither, Enoch, and hear my word. And one of the holy ones came to me and waked me, and he made me rise up and approach the door, and I bowed my face downwards. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness, approach hither and hear my voice. And go, say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them. You should intercede for men, and not men for you. Wherefore have ye left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourself with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons? And though ye were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten with the blood of flesh, and as the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish. Therefore have I given them wives, also that they might impregnate them and beget children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life and immortal for all generations of the world, and therefore I have not appointed wives for you. For as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from the watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits they be called. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them, from the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the souls of whose flesh the spirits, having gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgment. Thus shall they destroy until the day of the consummation, the great judgment in which the age shall be consummated over the watchers and the godless. Shall be wholly consummated. And now as to the watchers who have sent thee to intercede for them, who had been aforetime in heaven, say to them, you have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you, and you new worthless ones, and these in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women. And though these mysteries, women and men work much evil on earth, and through these mysteries, women and men work much evil on earth, so to them, therefore, you have no peace. That's the end of the chapter. Okay, so this chapter had answered my question about why the angels sought wives and why they didn't have them in heaven. Okay. That's very interesting that even though there was those divine beings as angels, they still wanted a wife. Yeah. Very interesting chapter. And this chapter basically said that the offspring of the women and angels are really violent. Maybe it has something to do with that mixing, where their emotions or something is different. Yeah, how interesting. So in this chapter as well, it was spoken about how the angels told information to the women. Yeah, it's hard not to take in information. You know, as I stand, I believe that most information is good to take in. Sometimes some information is garbage, and people purposely try to manipulate that information. Though I think if so long as a person is cross-referencing what they're taking in, that usually helps. That usually helps a lot to cross-reference. Okay, so now we're on chapter 6. I'm gonna skim through really quick. All right. You know, I think I have enough time to read chapter 6. So let's do that. Woohoo! 2 chapters today! Yes! Nice. Chapter 6. Taken by angels. Angels took and brought me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire, and when they wished, they appeared as men. And they brought me to the place of darkness, and to a mountain the point of whose summit reached to heaven. And I saw the places of the luminaries, and the treasuries of the stars, and of the thunder, and in the uttermost depths were where a fiery bow, and arrows, and their quiver, and a fiery sword, and all the lightnings. And they took me to the living waters, and to the fire of the west, which receives every setting of the sun. And I came to a river of fire, in which the fire flows like water and discharges itself into the great sea towards the west. I saw the great rivers, and came to the great river, and to the great darkness, and went to the place where no flesh walks, and saw mountains of darkness, of winter, and the place whence all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth, and the mouth of the deep. I saw the treasuries of all the winds. I saw how he had furnished with them with the whole creation, and the firm foundations of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth, and I saw the four winds which bear the firmament of the heaven. And I saw how the winds stretch out the vaults of heaven, and have their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of the heaven. And I saw the winds of heaven, which turn and bring the circumference of the sun, and all the stars to their setting. I saw the winds on earth carrying the clouds. I saw the paths of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of the heaven above, and I proceeded and saw a place which burns day and night, where there are 7 mountains of magnificent stones, 3 towards the east and 3 towards the south. And as for those towards the east, was of colored stone, and one of pearl, and one of jacinth, and those towards the south of red stone. What an interesting stone name. Maybe that's a different word for jade, but I'm going to write that down and look that up. After all, it doesn't specify what kind of stone the red stone is. Okay. But the middle one reached to heaven like the throne of God, of alabaster, and the summit of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw a flaming fire, and beyond these mountains is a region the end of the great earth. There the heavens were completed. And I saw a deep abyss, with columns of heavenly fire. And among them I saw columns of fire fall, which were beyond measure, alike towards the height and towards the depth. And beyond the abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of the heaven above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it. There was no water upon it, and no birds, but it was a waste and horrible place. I saw there 7 stars like great burning mountains, and to me, when I inquired regarding them, the angel said, "This place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the host of heaven. And the stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord in the beginning of their rising. because they did not come forth at their appointed times. And he was wroth with them, and bound them till the time when their guilt should be consummated for 10,000 years. And Uriel said to me, Here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women, and their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged till they are made an end of. And the women also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens. And I, Enoch, alone saw the vision, the ends of all things, and no man shall see as I have seen. Aw, poor Enoch. That must have been kind of hard for him to see. You know, the whole description of what that place is that Enoch saw, to be honest, it reminds me of the Adola realm in Fire Force. Now, I personally really like Fire Force. Many people just kind of gloss over it because there is a funny lewd gimmick to it. However, I really like the religious theme in Fire Force. And there is a place within that series that sounds a lot like this. Maybe there is some inspiration taken there. You know, especially with Enoch, you know, seeing this place and feeling different after seeing it. That's also a theme in Fire Force. I really recommend that series, by the way. You know, it's a shonen series, so there's going to be fan service, but the fan service is taken into such a funny direction. And in fact, there's something pure to that gimmick within the series. So don't shove it off. Tamaki is such a good girl. That's a character in Fire Force, and she's a nun. Yeah. I'm happy that I was able to use a bit of my old art that I had. I really do like this nun outfit I have over here. Yep. I put some glasses because I have glasses now. Yep. Glasses. I guess the reason why I got this nun art is, yes, I am a Christian. And I think if I was in a different time or different situation, I could see myself as being a nun and living amongst other women to serve God and serve the people around us. A little while ago, I had a really lovely dream, and in my dream, I was going about, you know, my daily errands. I was in stores or just basically in areas where there are people. And as I passed these people, the women I passed, they, for a moment, they had the uniform that a nun is in. And I really like that dream because, in a way, the way that I interpreted it was that there are many regular people who are servants of God. And I found great comfort in that. And realizing that it further instills the teaching to love the people around you. Now, there are varying degrees of love. However, if there is just that general fill of love, which is care, consideration for another, then that's good enough. That's good enough to conduct ourselves as we're all together going about our things. So maybe next stream I'll be able to show my other art that I have. But until then, that is just something to look forward to. Ooh, I am so small in my classroom. Here, I'm gonna make myself bigger. Okay, that's too big. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna make myself super big. Ah, my lanyard. Oh no. Okay, maybe not that big. I have to change my lanyard. I have to fix it up. I'm just gonna take it off. Woo! Ah. Hello. Ah. I wish all the teeth were sharp. But this is okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you next study hall. Be careful on your way home. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by.